Hello, guys, and welcome to the Purist Podcast. I'm here with Giacomo.
What's up?
Miss filling in with Mikey for this week, but yeah, let's talk some boxing.
Let's go.
Dillian Whyte, he was stopped by Alexander Povetkin in the 5th round. The fight started off a bit cagey. Both men were coming in, lots of lovely body shots, a lot of good work on the inside. Whyte was controlling the pace with his jab, with his footwork, even though he's quite slow and ponderous. He was moving around quite well, not letting Povetkin set his feet and get any shots off that he wanted to. He was landing some decent counters on Povetkin. Obviously, 2 of them dropped him. And then instead of going for the kill, he sort of waited, was patient, and then got caught himself. What did you make of the fight?
I'm sad. I'm very disappointed. I really thought he was going to get him out of there in the 5th. I saw a lot of similarities, you just saying that about him taking his time, between what happened early in the second Derek Chisora fight when he had him hurt.
Yeah,
he was he explained later, I took my time. I didn't want to rush it because I know he was like, okay, Derek is dangerous inside. Povetkin's even more dangerous inside. It made sense. But looking back at it now, Povetkin was hurt, man. He looked like he was going to quit. I
remember, I think it was the 1st or 2nd round, even before Whyte had dropped Povetkin. The commentators talk about his legs already gone. He got.
Yeah, bro. The Sky team love that. They love the legs already gone. Kind of.
I think he was in the corner. They were trying to massage his legs or rejuvenate them in some way.
Really?
Yeah. But I could tell from early. He didn't look sharp.
He's 40 years old though.
Exactly.
He's old, but.
And he's an old 40 in boxing because he's been through the amateurs. He's got his gold medal.
Yeah, that's true. I
think he lost to Klitschko 2013, 2014. It's a very long time ago. So for him to still be at that level and still fighting hard.
Still fighting top names. Who's he beaten before? He beat Hughie Fury.
Yeah, then fought Michael Hunter to a draw.
Yeah, I mean, that was a robbery, to be fair. Michael Hunter won that, which is a big credit to Michael Hunter, showing you he is very underrated. But Povetkin's got the interim now. Either they give him the rematch with Whyte, which I personally want to see. I think a lot of people want to see that. They feel that he deserves to have that shot. He's been operating at this level for a long time now. He's been patient. I think he deserves that rematch. But at the same time, he got knocked out in devastating fashion.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Obviously, contractually, they have it there as the option.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they got a rematch clause. So they have to go along with it. But like you said, he was knocked out brutally, and it's like a knockout of the year, probably.
Man, he was out cold.
Yeah, literally sleeping, innit?
Very, very sad.
Yeah, so I felt like someone died, innit? It's like the whole atmosphere of the whole fight just completely just flatlined.
Ruined my morning. But yeah, he'll be back. He's too mentally strong for it, I think. He won't let something like this set him back.
And you can tell he's mentally strong just simply the fact that he took the fight in the first place.
Yeah, man.
Not many fighters are going back to back hard fights. I can't remember the last time he faced. Obviously, he's had his weight issues and the drug test thing where he's had to face certain opponents.
That was terrible.
Yeah, generally speaking, he just fights the best. He fights the hardest guy out there. And that's going to show other fighters who do like to cherry pick. And they'll be like, cherry picking is a good idea. Because if you don't, you get knocked out like Dillian Whyte.
Man, cherry picking is what... Man, we were saying this off the air, but cherry picking is what is keeping boxing below the UFC at the moment. 100%. More and more people are moving to the UFC just because it's the best against the best. And there's no cherry picking. There are no tomato cans to choose from.
Yeah, even me. I don't like UFC that much. But if I see Stipe versus DC and freaking Sean Porter versus whoever the hell he fought last night, of course I'm not watching Stipe.
Can.
Yeah,
no disrespect, but tomato can compared to most of the UFC fights, which are mostly 50-50s. You'll get a few which are 60-40s, but a lot of 50-50s in the UFC, and I think boxers are too used to being the A sides and having leverage over promoters, and they can call the shots more, and it's good because they get to earn more money. But it's also about the fans.
A lot of boxers are divas, isn't it? Even from young in the amateur days, you're quite babied. You're not everyone takes care of you. They gas you up. They tell you this. They tell you that.
Maybe MMA, the amateur thing is a big reason.
But even the amateurs, you have to fight the best. You don't get to pick and choose, innit? But even in the gym, just the way they train them, just very babied, innit? It's not really a hard man sport. In UFC, you can tell everyone there, they're proper fighters, and they're proper men, and it's a lot of testosterone. In boxing, it's really not the same.
That's a very good point. So you think it's the amateur It's the fact that there's amateur background in boxing. There's an established amateur history where you do, as you said, get babied. Whereas in the pros, like there's only really the pro ranks in MMA. Like there's no real amateur scene. It's very, very small. And maybe that will develop and then we'll see what's happening in boxing. But
I don't know, because with MMA, I think the thing I like the most about MMA is you have someone who comes from a sambo background versus a judo background. And there'll be amateurs in the respective fields, and when they come to UFC, it changes. That's my favorite part of UFC.
It's a mad learning curve as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's my favorite thing to see in it. So I'm not sure. Is there like amateur MMA?
I think there is, but it's small. Like I think it's a lot of Russians, a lot of Uzbekistanis, like these kind of.
See, and those guys, they don't get babied. That's why you're seeing the
man.
Ukrainians, the Eastern European bloc, they're getting better in boxing now because they just want to fight. That's all they know.
They got that Lomachenko mentality. Did you see his interview the other day?
Which one?
Was no, it wasn't. It was actually quite a while ago. It was with Teddy Atlas, but he was explaining his mentality about how he approaches fights now, and obviously they brought it back because of the whole Teofimo Lopez thing. He was like, I just want to fight the best. I'm not a businessman. I'm not in this to make money. I'm in this for history, for legacy. And that is the same attitude that Dillian Whyte has. Obviously, Dillian Whyte is objectively less talented, but it's a mentality thing, isn't it?
I think Whyte gets more respect than a lot of the other guys as well. Even if you look at his resume, he's beat better fighters than a lot of world champions out there that are active in the sport. If you look at Terence Crawford at welterweight, Whyte's resume compared to his resume, it's a big difference, isn't it? Even if the guys he lost to, he's beat Parker, former world champion, he's beat Chisora.
Yeah.
He's Rivas, although of course it wasn't a great win, but it's still a good win on his resume.
Rivas is a top 10, top 15 heavyweight, easy.
Yeah, exactly. So he's literally looking for the best possible opponent, and that's not often in boxing.
And sometimes it backfires pretty badly, but it's good for the fans. It's entertainment, and at the end of the day, it's an entertainment business.
The last thing we'll touch on Dillian Whyte is, of course, he was waiting for his title opportunity. He's been waiting for a very long time. The last time he fought one of the top 3 guys, he got knocked out by Joshua. Me personally, although I wanted to see him fight those guys, I never gave him a chance of winning. I didn't think he could beat Joshua. I think Wilder.
You think Wilder as well?
I don't think Dillian Whyte can get away from the right hand. He's not very slick. I just
don't
can't
think you can get him out of there early, like rough him up
Nah.
big time like he did against Joseph Parker. I remember speaking to you before the Parker fight. You thought Parker was going to win. I agreed.
Yeah. But obviously, one thing I noticed, it's a Povetkin weigh-in. When I saw the pictures, I turned to my brother and thought, Dillian Whyte's actually quite small. It's like him and Povetkin, they're actually similar size, isn't it?
That's true, actually. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, and you see against Joshua how much bigger Joshua was than Povetkin. I think when you see how much bigger Wilder is than Whyte, having to get on the inside to fight him is going to be tough.
It is tough. It's that difference between, like, I think 6'4" is the cutoff for heavyweight. Once you're bigger than 6'4", I think you seem a lot bigger compared to the other guys. And then 6'4" and below is almost like a different class in a way. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. So do you think he could beat any of those top 3?
Not Fury and AJ, but I would back him against Wilder just because he's got that
I get you.
savage mentality, and I think he really doesn't like him either. So he'd want to actually hurt him. But yeah, man, Wilder has got the equalising power. You can't get away with it.
Another fighter who continually likes to test themselves and fight the best is Katie Taylor. She had a controversial victory over Delphine Persoon. I think that was the same night Joshua versus Ruiz, right?
Yeah, they were saying it was at MSG, so yeah.
So she took on the rematch. She didn't have to. And it was another controversial decision where she won on a 10-round decision. Me personally, when I was watching the fight, I think it was the 7th round, the commentators, they hadn't shown the scorecards to that point. And then when they did show it, she was down by 2 rounds. Yeah. And I just instantly went on Twitter and was thinking, that can't be right. I had it up, but I think at that point, like 3 rounds up, I thought it was quite comfortable. I thought
at what point in the fight?
7th round.
You had a 3 rounds up?
Yeah.
What was your final scorecard?
It was like 97, 93.
You had it quite wide.
Yeah. I thought it was quite an easy fight.
Fair. I mean, I saw Persoon landing heavy shots, and at no point, I thought a draw would be fair, but I don't think at any point Katie Taylor had full control in that fight.
I hear what you're saying, especially the way the way Persoon fights is hard. It's really hard to control. It's like a female Sean Porter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just,
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, just awful, ugly fight. Lots of
Terrible.
headbutts. Yeah.
You can't look good against it. It's so hard to look good.
But I thought there was certain times Taylor would make a miss a 4-punch combo. And for me, that's just something that I'll see that I think that's amazing. She'll come back
special.
with exactly.
Special talent.
You can tell there's a difference in class, isn't it?
Yeah.
The work rate, of course, it helps Pursuit, and that's what got her to where she is. But I just thought the class, it just showed.
100%. I mean, it's the age-old cliche. It's the, what do you like more?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
The work rate, or do you like the actual kind of crisp, accurate work?
I think the thing that surprised me most was Pursuit saying that she lost. Because it was a close fight. Yeah, it was very competitive. But the fact that she thought she lost, that's what confused me the most.
Yeah, I thought she'd be quite upset.
Yeah, because the first fight she was crying.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't think she'd done a post-fight interview, just cried straight back to the locker room.
Man, that is harsh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand why women boxing as well. Why is it only 2-minute rounds? Those 2 minutes, they fly by.
Quickly.
And it's like, come on, give them the 3 minutes. Maybe keep it 10 rounds. I don't know, but give them the full 3 minutes.
I think they've tried that with a few fighters.
What happened?
I didn't watch. But I know they have tried it. I'm not sure what happened, but they're trying to experiment.
Yeah.
I think even for those 2-minute rounds, they faded at the end. They were very tired.
Yeah, they were tired towards the end.
They were very,
even
very
Katie
tired.
Taylor was.
They were blowing. So I think I don't think they should change it.
You think they should
don't
keep
call
it?
me sexist, guys. Yeah, but I think they should.
Yeah,
keep
don't
it
cancel us yet, please.
But
Yeah. What else happened in boxing this week? Oh, we had Eleider, Alvarez, and
Joe Smith Jr.
Yeah.
When I first heard about the fight, I just didn't think anything of it. Who was it? Remember Sullivan Barrera versus Joe Smith?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the same thing. There was no way in my mind that Joe Smith was going to be able to beat him.
Joe Smith Jr. has got power. I mean, you don't knock Bernard Hopkins out of the ring, even if he was 60 years old. Yeah. But you knocked him out of the ring, and that's scary power. But then again, I don't know what you think, but I know you rate Artur Beterbiev very high at 175, but there's literally him and everyone else at that weight class. So how can you really get that interested in everyone else?
Yeah,
when there's that big of a gap.
Well, who else is there? Bivol's there as well, though.
Yeah,
that should be a good fight.
We did a bit on him in the newsletter recently, didn't we? Like a debate, him versus Beterbiev. Plug the Purist Newsletter. Subscribe. But yeah, who do you reckon wins that one? Between
Bivol and Beterbiev?
Yeah.
I think Beterbiev stops him as well.
You think?
Bivol doesn't have the power. He's got a lot of speed and he's flashy.
But he stopped Sullivan Barrera.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's more so he broke him down, innit? He's got fast hands, he's flashy, and he's got a good work rate. But I think Beterbiev, he's got that one punch where it's thudding power, like Golovkin more so. And I think Bivol's more like Canelo type power.
Yeah.
He can break you down. Yeah.
Man, Canelo. Have you seen the latest?
Avni Yildirim. I thought the
guy that Chris Eubanks stopped in 2 seconds?
Yeah, easily as well, and it didn't even make it competitive.
Wow.
I think they said he requested the fight.
That's disgusting. That's terrible. How can you just call him up and be like, yeah, man, I want to fight this guy?
Because he's a franchise champion, whatever that means. I guess that's what it means. You can do what you like.
He's got him in his pocket. It's just it's so
money
corrupt.
talks, isn't it? WBC, they don't even try to be sly about it or anything. They just, if you can pay them the money, more sanctioning fees, then that's it.
It's incredible, and they got no costs. As a business, what costs do they have? Who have they got to pay? They don't pay the fighters.
Fighters pay.
They have barely any staff.
They get free hotels, free meals.
It's for free.
It's for free. The commission as well, the referees, all of them, they get free hotels, free everything.
They're just leeches, basically.
Yeah, literally.
And but then they're charging for the sanctioning, just for the prestige and the belt that costs they pay for the belt. Yeah. But yeah, belts cost 200 quid to make? How much do they cost?
It depends though. Like the Mayweather ones that they make, or the Cinco de Mayo ones.
They're not going to cost more than, they won't cost more than $1,000 to make those belts.
It depends. The ones with the diamonds and the rubies. But they only make those for the big fights where they're going to make millions.
Yeah, exactly. Where the sanctioning fees are high. Yeah. But that's nuts. That's another difference in the UFC and boxing. The UFC's got one organization, one belt.
They got two now. BMF, innit?
Yeah, man, that's a Toys R Us belt, bro. That's not worth anything.
Yeah.
It is, but
No, but you know what it's there for, innit? When you see WBC silver belt, no one understands what that.
Yeah, this one was for the diamond belt.
Yeah?
What does that mean? Yeah. He's now the WBC
Povetkin.
diamond champion, yeah, and the interim.
Yeah, both.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Because Callum Smith's the diamond champion at
Yeah.
super middleweight.
But what does that mean? He's not the actual champion.
Nah.
Because now it's vacant. And how are they going to vacate? Oh, man. It's so confusing. It puts people off. It's putting me off, and I'm a boxing fan. Imagine if you were trying to
figure it out.
Yeah, trying to figure it out and actually sit down and man, the WBA is a whole other story. With the regular belt, the interim belt, the Toys R Us belt, the gold belt, the actual belt.
On Wednesday, our very own Ryan.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, Ryan Walker. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. Ryan the Lion Walker is fighting Lee McGregor, the British champion. The fight's at super bantamweight, not bantamweight. But yeah, we're hoping he puts in a good performance. It will be on IFO TV, MTK show. Yeah, we're really excited about it actually.
Break it down for us. Break it down. How do you see this going?
I think it's a lot like McGregor's last fight where he fought Cash Farouk. Literally everyone I've spoke to about the fight thinks McGregor lost it.
Really?
Yeah. Farouk is a lot smaller than him. He just comes on the inside, throwing a lot of punches. McGregor's trying to hold him. And yeah, I think it's the same with Ryan. Ryan's a lot smaller than him, obviously. But Ryan's got a long reach. He's got a great jab. Gonna try to get on the inside and outwork him. But of course, it is a tough fight. And even if you do win, you don't really see yourself win on the cards. But it's a risk you got to take, innit?
Yeah.
He's been asking for the big fight, so now he got it.
Yeah, man. And coming off, the other big fight.
Yeah, Ramirez. Yeah.
Which was a good performance as well. Like, showing that he belongs at that level.
Yeah. It was a close fight as well. Only lost
it was
round
close.
from a draw against Chris Burke. That was on the BT show.
Co-main event.
Yeah.
Co-main event, baby.
Mad, innit?
The boys are getting good fights.
You know, they didn't even have a changing room. They had to warm up in the corridor. It's a Frank Warren show, bro. They're not gonna help you out, innit?
Are his numbers? What are his numbers like?
In terms of?
Yeah, Frank Warren's. Like, compared to like Eddie Hearn's. What's going on with that? Who's getting the better numbers in this?
Oh, Sky versus BT.
Yeah.
Oh, Sky.
Is it not even competitive?
Nah, it's not even close. Which is kind of sad though, because you need competition, innit? It'll make it a lot better, innit? Other than like Fury, no one on BT Sport does big numbers.
Yeah, who else have they got other than Fury?
I think Dubois is probably the next biggest star.
Yeah, bro, but he's
it's a problem, isn't it?
He's a problem. He's very good, but how do you sell him? Like, how do you sell a guy who
the most boring heavyweight in history, innit?
Yeah, man. Like,
did you see after his last fight, him and Joyce on the telecast?
What were they saying?
They were trying to they weren't saying anything. That's a problem, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah, they pulled him up. He was on the sofa.
Yeah,
he looked like Gogglebox. Looking at him.
Yeah, but yeah, I think his knockout's gonna have to sell him, innit? Nothing else. Just literally what he does in the ring's gonna have to sell him, because outside the ring, it's terrible.
At least AJ has kind of developed. You can see similarities, especially in the way they fight and the power early on, but at least AJ kind of developed a personality and he's kind of become...
And AJ isn't camera shy.
Yeah, he's not. He can speak and he can like be entertaining.
He looks down every time the camera's on him. It's like, you're a big 6'6" guy, can lock anyone out, but then you get shy on a little camera.
Yeah, confidence, man. Come on. Yeah, Joe Joyce gets a bad rep for that. People think he's stiff, but I think he's quite funny. I think
awkward kind of funny.
Yeah, the kind of funny that you don't kind of mean, but accidentally funny. But he's good, and I hope he beats Dubois, to be honest, because that'd be interesting. That would shake things up a little bit.
I think they were meant to be fighting each other, but now Dubois fighting. I can't remember the guy's name. I think it's a German guy. I think they're fighting like in a few weeks as well.
Another can.
Yeah, another can just to knock over.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Did Dubois not fight recently?
That was Joyce.
It was just Joyce.
He knocked over his own can. They got one for him as well. Well, that was on the main event.
Yeah.
After Ramirez.
Right, let's switch gears a little bit to America. Showtime have released their new schedule. They've got a lot of good fights coming up. I think
Who's next?
I think it's Lara versus someone I've never heard of either.
Oh, Greg Vendetti. Yeah.
But I think it's like
he got starched by French guy, Michel Soro, a few years ago. But yeah, he's getting a shot at Lara's WBA regular title.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
but I know
nobody knows.
They've got Jamal Charlo versus Sergey Derevyachenko. That's one I'm really looking forward to. That's one we're
I
going
can barely read that, bro. Young Jamie, pull it up.
But yeah, I think they've got both Charlos on the same day. I think it's both.
That's pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, big pay-per-view. Derevyachenko, that's going to show us if the middleweight Charlo, if he's the real deal, innit?
And then they got Erickson Lubin versus Terrell Ghosh is a good fight.
Yeah, that's a very good fight.
Erickson Lubin can bang.
Yeah, and he was stopped very early against Charlo, so you didn't really know what he really had in the tank. Yeah.
Ooh, Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa. Oh, okay, this is October. We're talking.
Yeah,
it's ages away.
It's almost September already, though. So once the fights start rolling, September next week.
Oh man, time flies.
Yeah,
time flies in Corona land. Wait, can you scroll up again? Where's the? Wait, is Rosario not fighting Jamel?
It's on the same card.
Oh, it's on the same card.
Yeah.
It's not the main event. Main event is
Charlo versus Derevyachenko. Yeah. I think Derevyachenko's a bigger name, isn't it?
Is he?
Than Rosario. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's relatively small.
Yeah.
But he's got big Dominican backing. The Dominicans love boxing. They're boxing mad. They love it. They're like the Cubans. Yeah, we spoke to him on the newsletter quite recently as well, and he said that he wanted the Jamel fight 100%. That was what he wanted, and he thinks he can beat him.
Yeah, it's good to see, especially after his last performance.
He's completely destroyed J-Rock.
Yeah. I think I like J-Rock, especially his boxing skills. But I always say, no matter what, as soon as he faces a puncher, as soon as he gets hit, his chin is just not going to hold up every single time as well.
He's very good. He's a very good boxer, but
even against Charlo, I was outboxing him for the most part. But they just knew as soon as I land, this guy doesn't have what it takes to stay off, innit? And Rosario, I don't think is that good of a boxer, but he does hit hard. I think he hits harder than Charlo as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Charlo's chin holds up as well.
He's got a chin on him though.
Yeah, he does. But I think Rosario can bang though. You don't want to get hit by that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
How do you see it going? If you've got to make an early prediction now for both of them, for both Charlos.
The middleweight Charlo by robbery. And
by robbery.
By robbery.
Oh man, don't do Sergey again.
But that's basically his role now, isn't it? Remember Emmanuel Augustus?
Oh yeah, the drunken master.
Yeah, exactly. He'll just go in the ring, beat someone up, and come out with no decision, innit? So I think it'll be a close fight, close enough for them to give it to Charlo. But I do think Derevyachenko's jab, his work rate, and his boxing intelligence, I think is just gonna carry him. And Charlo does get frustrated. They do, both of them. They seem to use something they just want to bang. They want to forget. Yeah. They forget to box for a couple rounds and just literally want to go out and bang, and then it just doesn't work for them. So I think Derevyachenko will get the better of it, but it'll be a close fight, and then the Charlo will win. The younger Charlo, I can see him outboxing Rosario. As long as he doesn't get caught, he should be able to outbox him quite comfortably. How do you see it?
I agree with you. I think that Rosario is very young. I think he's only 24, 25. He's the youngest unified world champion in boxing at the moment. I think, it's a bit too early for him, but he has got that power. And I think he'll hurt him a few times. It'll be the most that we've seen Jamel Charlo hurt. Because Tony Harrison never really hurt him.
No, just outbox him out. Yeah.
And 25. Yeah, 25 is crazy, young, man, to hold two belts in that division.
And coming out of nowhere as well. It wasn't even like he was a guy who was built up. He literally just had an opportunity and he took it.
He said in the interview that his hardest fight was with the guy that Little Charlo knocked out in 2 rounds. What's his name? The Mexican. Jose Cota.
Oh, okay.
Jorge Cota. Yeah. That was he got a split decision against him. So went from that fight into the Williams fight. Yeah.
Cota's actually a good fight as well.
Yeah, he's good, but like he was Charlo's comeback fight after losing the title, I think, and he starched him in a few rounds.
Didn't J-Rock have a rematch clause for his titles?
I think he did.
And he didn't want to take it?
Yeah, man. He's got a good team behind him, though. He's got Stephen Edwards, the bread man, behind him. And I think he's clever. He was like, maybe don't take this fight now. Don't take the rematch now. Get a few wins under your belt. Come back.
I think they must... It's like Amir Khan and his team, I don't think they know that Amir Khan has a bad chin.
They don't
I don't
know.
think they realise. They haven't realised. If you know he's got a bad chin, you don't put him in the ring with Canelo. That just doesn't happen.
Man, that's just a money grab, though.
Health is more important, though, because that guy, Amir Khan, is punch drunk. You watch him in interviews, sometimes you ask him a question and he'll just look down for a good 10 seconds and have no clue what the
Internet Explorer sound in the background.
It's just loading, innit? Yeah, I think he's gone. Even the decisions he makes in life, I don't think he would have dyed his hair that colour if he weren't punch drunk.
Fucking hell. That interview he did with about Caitlyn Jenner, where he was like, I called her, I was like, hey, Bruce, you're right, Bruce. And they went, oh, shit.
But you got to love Amir Khan, though. But yeah, I don't think they know his chin's bad. I think J-Rock's team, they know he hasn't got the best chin, so...
Got to manage him. Yeah. That's when career management comes in.
It's smart, but I think sometimes as a champion, once you lose your belt, you want to go straight back in there, innit?
Yeah, it must be so hard to have to go out like that and then see that person who's taken your belt take another fight.
Yeah, and another unification as well. The guy you wanted to unify with after you beat him. Is
that for undisputed at like middleweight? No,
I think someone else has one more belt. I think Charlo has one, WBC. He has WBA and IBF.
Who's missing?
Right?
WBO's missing.
Yeah.
Who's that with?
Top Rank.
Yeah, never gonna see that belt then.
That's not Jamal Herring, is it?
Oh man, that's nice.
No.
He's little. He's a little man.
Little guy. I remember I was gonna say Crawford should fight him.
It's Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
Teixeira. Patrick Teixeira.
Yeah.
I think his name is.
Yeah.
Fair. They're saying Crawford is gonna fight him.
Yeah. I think this one like a belt grab in it. Just move up.
Belt grab.
Just go.
It's what he did to Jeff Horn. It's just a belt grab.
Yeah, literally, innit? Just grab a belt. 4-weight champion.
Yeah, he'd be 4 weight.
Yeah,
but he's not a natural light middleweight though.
Nah,
you couldn't stay
just
there.
move down after, innit?
That's mad. He's got a mad long reach though.
Yeah, crazy.
His crazy long arms. Like, I think he's got a 75 inch reach, which is like the average for 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah,
and I think he's 5'8".
Yeah, he's 5'8". He's a little shorter than me.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your reach?
I don't know.
You should know your reach, bro.
Checked. I don't fight, bro.
Yeah, I've got quite a short reach for my height. I'm 6'2", but I've got a 6 foot reach.
Is it?
It's pretty bad, yeah.
I
wanted to have like long arms. I was disappointed. I had the tape measure on for like an hour, trying to
make it longer,
trying to squeeze it out. Nothing.
Come, let's tell the people what we've got with the Purist and everything.
Yeah.
The Purist Newsletter. You want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, man. The Purist Newsletter. We've been going for a few months now. I think it is. Yeah. We're bringing you premium boxing content for free, obviously, twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays. We've got a team behind it who are very invested in it. They're putting a lot of research into the articles. Matthew McHale is the chief writer there at the moment. Yeah, all big boxing fans, and we put in the work to make sure that we bring you original journalism, obviously a bit of news as well. We're going to be bringing you clips from the podcast as well. And yeah, subscribe. It's free. It's worth your time. You're not going to regret it.
And it's not just regular boxing journalism.
No.
Of course, it is quite professional, but it's literally just fans. And a lot of times we're talking to the actual boxers as well. So it's boxers and fans talking together and building your product.
Exactly. And yeah, we're going to be doing that consistently. And it's different. It's different to any kind of boxing news product out there. So yeah, subscribe, support.
Yeah, of course, we've got the podcast. Going to be a weekly thing now. So every week, sometimes we're going to have guests coming through, talk about different subjects. But yeah, it's going to be very good. Anything else we got?
I think so, bro. Yeah, it won't be me most weeks. It'll be Coach Mikey, but I'll fill in when needed. Yeah,
you'll see a lot of people from our fight camp. Obviously, Coach Mikey. He'll probably be here next week. Of course, you have Ryan fighting Lee McGregor. If he wins, he'll come on Sunday. If he doesn't, then we don't know.
Touch wood. Let's go.
Touch wood. Yeah, he's going to get the win for us. We've got Ramez Mahmood, Jordan Dujon. We work with a lot of amateurs from, you heard of Repton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Repton, other amateurs. So yeah, it's a big team. We're getting bigger, getting stronger.
More than just a media company, guys. Lots of shit going on.
Yeah. Of course, we've got the Purist Boxing Academy classes, 101 training. That's basically just the whole camp. If you want to get involved, if you want to box, if you want fitness, it's for all of it. But yeah, that's about it, right?
Yeah. I'll say it's a wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
we need to get an intro, an outro.
Yeah.
Go, and then we can just mic drop it. But yeah. Nice one.
Thank you for listening for the Purist Podcast. We'll see you again next week.
Peace.